Hi, everyone, and welcome to today's live show. In this video, I'm really excited because not only am I going to walk you through with me on this live series about why most people are in empty and lustful relationships, but for all of you that are joining me live or the replay, I'm going to definitely jump in it. And as you know, in the comment section, I do put when this video does start so you can get right into it because today is going to be pretty good. I'm going to give you tools to walk away from and with, and really give you some self-discovery in order for you to get better, not only in your relationships within yourself, but in your life. So please feel free to tell me where you're tuning in from, please, as a lot of us are just joining as the lives do take a little bit to notify people as well. So tell me where you're joining from. Tell me in the chat box, in the comments as well. Hello, George. Hello, Cody. Hello, Matt. Hello from India. Wow. Yeah, I love the internet. I can just talk to so many people from all over the world. Hello, Joshua from Texas. Hello from India. Hello from Colorado. Hello from London. Amazing. Hello from Texas. Hi, Brian. Hello, Don. Hello, Chris. Hello, Barry. Hi, Richard from Colorado. Amazing. Hello, Dr. Muhammad. Hello, Kamar. Hello, Stephen. Amazing. So in today's topic, we're going to talk about why most people are in empty and lustful relationships and 6 keys to start unwiring this when you are looking for a healthy woman to be in your life, and so on. So let me first discuss the really hard topic that a lot of us experience in our lives in regards to relationships and dating and so much more. Okay. So first and foremost, a lot of us are in empty and in lustful relationships because of a couple things. So what I'm about to say might upset you, might get you to say, oh, resist me, where you put up a wall where, oh, she doesn't know what she's talking about. Oh my gosh, da, da, da. But that's actually a good thing. And even if you don't do it, it's still a good thing. But here's what I say. When we get triggered sometimes with words, there's because it hit a root and a deeper meaning that we've tried to avoid. Remember this, guys. So stay with me. Even if I make you mad or if I'm like, oh, this is hard to listen to, Apollonia, but it is the truth, like stay with me because I want to, more that you chime in on my channel, the more that you are with me, I want you to tap into something bigger and something beyond you so you can get what you want, not only in your relationships with women, but in life in general, like I always say. So for those of you that be watching this replay, we are live right now. For the guys in the chat box, hello, Jason. Hello, Matt. Hello, Joe. I will timestamp when we start the video right below and also to subscribe. So if you are viewing right now and you haven't subscribed to my channel, what are you waiting for? Let's click that button. Let's subscribe so you can get some advice in regards to these relationships that you have and getting better with women. All right, so number one, in regards to, and then we're going to give you 6 keys to unwire this. So stay tuned, and I will also have a Q&A at the end for you guys, and I have this very special surprise announcement. So one of the reasons why we are falling in empty and lustful relationships is because a part of us is empty ourselves. So hear me out. We've coached so many men in regards to very successful, have a great career, have great hobbies. They're happy ideally in life, right? But yet they get into empty and lustful relationships. And it's because most of the time they aren't connected to themselves. They've masked maybe overworking or I work a lot, I'm successful, or maybe just I'm going to school. I have great hobbies. I'm a good looking guy. I keep up with myself, my fitness and everything, right? And so they mask all this and they go into maybe overworking themselves or really not focusing on the environment inside of them, right? So most of the times this is number one. Most of the times I see so many of my men clients getting into empty and lustful relationships because when they find someone that triggers their avoidancy of getting into a committed relationship, like a woman that can be toxic or running away, they end up wanting her more. So you know that saying, you want what you can't have? Well, that's actually a really toxic saying. Here's why. Because it triggers us to think that it is okay for this and just go with the saying and saying you want what you can't have. But it's also, even though it's a very toxic saying, I would say, it's a very true statement in regards to the awakening of an inner healing that needs to take place within you. So here's what I mean with this is, I was just talking to a client yesterday and, I sometimes I repeat and I say the same things over. And in order for men to get results in women that they desire and the women that they truly want, they have to be aligned with knowing who they are and what they want inside. And a lot of times we avoid the self-discovery. We avoid the work. We avoid the insecurities. We avoid the pain that sometimes is so deep down inside of us, of the feeling of fear, that we avoid it so much that it comes out in our behaviors when they're triggered in a loving, a romantic, or an intimate way, right? Because remember, our first romantic relationships are from our childhood, our parents, whatever. So if we have secure parents that we are brought up with and raised with, this basically wires a child's brain to have better problem solving techniques, to deal with emotions better, and so much more. But if we have a history of being abandoned or not so good childhood, or a mom and dad constantly fighting, and the list can go on, which we call big T trauma, which we were talking about in my membership actually last week. This was something that you will be influenced in your romantic relationships moving forward because your parents are your first romantic relationships, you see? So the connection to self is underlining, what am I trying to mask and hold on to in a relationship? What type of woman am I looking for that I feel so amazing in when I have great sex with this woman, and when I have great intimacy with this woman? I have to be careful on YouTube. I have great intimacy in this woman. I have great connection with this woman, and we're just going off chemistry, which I'm going to talk about soon. We get into these lustful relationships, and then all of a sudden it's good, and it's like so much dopamine and adrenaline, and it's a hit, and you're like, dang, she's so hot. I can't believe this is happening to me. Oh my gosh, this is amazing. And boom, it's done all of a sudden. And then you feel so empty, right? And then you continue to chase, and you continue to chase, and then you continue to wonder why this always happens to you. But all the women that actually want you, you don't like, right? So here's what I'm saying, and I actually quoted this in my Instagram, is like, it's a deeper level of falling in love beyond just looks, or something like this. I don't remember my quote, but anyway, so this is what I mean is, one of the things that you want to remember is when you feel empty and you try to cover it in intimacy or relationships, or you're trying to be a man that is, thinks that you can wear your pride on your shoulders by how many women you have and how many women you sleep with. Let me be honest, and let me be the first one to call it out, because I've worked with over 5,000 men, okay? It is okay to want to have intimacy with women. It is okay to want to have intimacy and not a relationship sometimes in your life. It is totally okay. But what we need to stop teaching the men is that in order for you to be the G, or for you to be the man, you have to show that you can get and sleep with a lot of women. This is actually a tunnel of approving seeking behavior that will get you in empty and lustful relationships. So part of my job being in this community is actually unwiring all that for you guys, and actually getting clear so you get true sustainable results is my key for me. And this is what I do with my clients. So that's number one in regards to why we get into empty and lustful relationships. Number two is because we are picking off of chemistry only, meaning how she looks, how she talks to me, what her body looks like. And we make up a fantasy idea in our head of how great of a wife or a girlfriend she should be before we've even opened up the acceptance of finding out, who is this person, right? And so we bash down our sense of worth into the approval-seeking behavior of a woman, meaning I'm going to look better if she's on my shoulder when we walk into a restaurant. She's so pretty. She has this many followers. She's this, and this, right? I am the first person to tell you that you should be attracted to a woman 1000%. But are you leading only with looks, right? A lot of us also too get in these empty, lustful relationships because of this, right? We're not going beyond. And so with this, what's really important is to understand what to look for in a woman, which I talk about all the time on this channel, all the time on my membership as well. And so, one of the guys here says, we're too visual, but it is true. So here's what I say. Women are visual just as much sometimes as men. Men can be definitely more visual. We are wired completely different, men and women, and anybody that tells you we're the same, that is completely BS. And so women start to desire once they're attracted to you. We go on visual and we start to daydream. Oh my God, he would be a great husband. Oh my God, what would he look like with a kid? We go into it, but that's when we're in the stage of falling for you, falling in love, or really highly attracted to you. With men, it's more of that in the beginning stages because she's pretty, she looks good, she has a hot body, she dresses well, or there's chemistry, she's just really your type, right? And so that is true to that extent. Now, hi, Cody. I'm glad you caught the live stream. And so with that said, I want you to remember that this is really important to understand. I'm going to show you today in today's live how to rewire this, and I'm going to take a Q&A at the end. And then number 3, in regards to why we get in empty and lustful relationships is, number 1 was the hugest one, but number 3 is because we are not allowing ourselves to let go of something if it has not worked. Okay. So for example, maybe we choose a woman because of number 1 or because of number 2. This also falls into number 3. We continue to yearn and grasp and want this woman. And ideally, and realistically, I should say, she's just not a good fit. Everything that has been happening in your relationships is toxic. If you were to tell the story to a guy friend or your mother or your father or your brother or your sister, if you're embarrassed about your relationship and how this came due, that is your sign right there, guys. So many times we get on coaching sessions in our membership call, and I've really created an amazing community where men open up, and it's a secret private community that I have men really open up. And sometimes they'll be like, I can't believe I'm saying this out loud, but I'm kind of embarrassed to tell this story about this woman, right? And so what we have to remember is inside the fear, inside the embarrassment, is literally everybody has an inner voice that is talking to them, which is your intuition, which is your sense of knowing your true self, right? And you are going against that intuition because of number 1, which I talked about, because we're not really trusting ourselves in the process. And also sometimes we are lonely. Okay. And this leads me to the last one of why we get into empty, lustful relationships. It's interesting because I definitely do think that there is a sense of pride, and I think men should always have this sense of pride, and it should never be taken away from wanting to be a man that has a good career, works really hard to, bring home the money so he's comfortable. I think everyone should have a sustainable amount to feel comfortable in lives and work towards that, right? And so one of the things that happens is what I see is so many men saying, oh, that guy's rich, that's why he gets so many women. And then they start to idolize him. But guys, let me tell you something. Those are most of the guys that I end up working with. And let me tell you why. Because as much as you may think that they're happy because they get all these women, it gets old afterwards, and they really want someone that they can trust. They've been in lustful relationships almost their whole series of maybe 30s and sometimes 40s. And then finally, when they notice that they're so empty, they're like, what am I doing wrong? Right? And so we start to idolize people like this, but we have to understand you have to idolize yourself first and foremost. Because in order for a woman to want you, you have to see your worth inside of you in order for it to be displayed to someone else, meaning a human in front of you, right? And one of the biggest caveats to this is we idolize these people, but yet we think this is the answer. And it's not. The answer is always inside of you guys to get better at your relationships and the women that you pick. So this is what I want you to do. If you're struggling right now with self-worth or self-confidence, maybe you're going in the midst of a breakup, maybe you are just confused with life and challenged with women. And listen, life is very hard for all of us right now. We all know why. And so if I can step in and really help you guys in one avenue of your life, then I'm doing my job. So here's what I want you to do. There's times in life when we're by ourselves at our home, when we're feeling down, we're feeling maybe sad, depressed, anxious, anxiety drives in, we can't sleep at night, we have insomnia, the list can go on, okay? And we try to possibly mask that with drinking, going out, going to the gym, and so much more, right? So I want you to start doing a practice for yourself and just do one healthy practice a day. That means getting up in the morning, reading a book, journaling, doing something, meditation. With me, I put on YouTube, I just listen to sound bath music in the morning while I journal, and it helps me prepare for mental state. It takes out all the fogginess, and it's actually great. Number two is, in order for self-worth and confidence to be better, if you struggle with this, understand that it takes work. It's not something that just happens like this. How many times do you truly invest in yourself? Guys, be honest with me. Tell me in the comment box. And besides a gym membership, how many times do you really invest in your personal development? Let me ask you, maybe differently. How many times, and put it in the comments as well, is how many times are you willing to spend more on other people or shopping or the external world instead of the internal world? Put which one do you spend more on, external or internal? Put it in the comment section because I would love to know. This is something that is so, so important for you guys to know, that it is okay to invest in yourself. And also, when it comes to confidence and self-worth, which leads me to what I was going to do and say, is if you are struggling with this is one thing I do with my clients all the time. I want you to think of that one story in your life that you are so proud of. You know, I can give you an example. One of mine is getting out of an abusive household, right? Abusive romantic relationship in my 20s, right? And I speak very openly about this, guys. Also, too, you know, we always think, well, what do I have to be proud about? I really have nothing going in my life. I don't have a great job. I don't know my purpose yet, Apollonia. Guess what? You have so much to be proud of, because everybody has a story. And within that story, you can help each other, help others. And there's something special about you guys as well. And so with that said, it's really, 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 really important to not negate the path that you have chosen and the path that you have overcome. And so one of the biggest things that I can tell you right now is to constantly remind yourself about everything that you've overcome yourself, the job, the career you make, the learning to ski, the learning to even ride a bike, right? What have you done? Maybe a lot of us have taught ourselves how to grow. What brought you here to this YouTube channel, right? There was something there. And so I want you guys to write that down, okay? Once you write that down, serve it as a reminder for you when you're starting to work on your self-worth and your self-confidence as well, okay, guys? Now, another thing we're going to talk about today is now that we're talking about why most people are in empty and lustful relationships, I want to get into the 6 keys that are going to help you unwire this and understanding what they are, which no one is talking about. And I think it's really important for you guys, no matter what area of life you are in. I want you to know these 6 tools, have them in your back pocket, and be able to use them in your relationship that you have now, in the woman that you're going through and dating now, or the midst of a breakup you're in, or in the breakup you're in, or in the singleness that you're in and you're trying to look for a woman, or just by having fun. These are the 6 keys that belong to you first, and then a woman or the partner that you choose. Okay, guys? And so here we are. Let's get into it. Let me just put it here. All right. Okay, so number 1 is chemistry. Okay. Now we want to understand the true meaning of chemistry here, guys. This is where I see so many men that I'm working with, because that's what I work with, just base their relationships off of this. How many of you put a hands up, put an emoji, put whatever emoji is your last emoji that you probably use? Probably should have not said that. Get a couple eggplants in these comments probably. Anyways, if you are someone who goes off of chemistry only, I want you to just put an emoji in the comments. I want to see how many people go off of chemistry only, because this is really important and so many people do this. And it is okay, because of the fact that no one's really teaching you this. You know, even when we have healthy households, sometimes it's still confusing in order to figure out relationships and love, because it's something that has to be either taught or you have to go through it with experiences as well. Yep, so many emojis in here. Yeah. So chemistry, let me explain what this is. You'll see it here in the slide. This is an emotional and physical connection with someone. You can find yourself in a high degree of fuzzy and warm emotions when you're around this person. Chemistry can make you both feel connections that make each other feel more elated and elated in the relationships. Some may call this the butterfly stage, but when you have a high degree of chemistry with someone, this is when you can also stay up all night, talk till the sun comes up, and you get a rush of excitement with all the phone calls and the texts. And this is also too when their traits really elate you, meaning that you get wrapped up in the feeling of dopamine just thinking about them and being around them. So chemistry is a really intense emotion, and a lot of us get this confused with love. Okay. Chemistry can also be confused with connection in a relationship as well. And so when you have a high degree of chemistry, a lot of people think that this is what it takes to be in love. But it's also can be addicting. And it can also, exactly, Dennis, put you in a state of limerence. So chemistry comes also too, we mistake chemistry from being triggered in a relationship from a woman. So let's say that this woman is playing hard to get and she's making you jump through a lot of hoops and she's doing this, but then she treats you like crap, but then she treats you nice sometimes, and then she's intimate with you sometimes, but then she's not. It gives you all these mixed signals. Instead, what happens is when you do get intimate with a woman, you're like, oh my gosh, the intimacy is amazing, right? This never has happened to me before. I've never had this much amazing, you know what, and intimacy before with a woman. And so the reason why is because there's a lot of chemistry and dopamine hits because our internal reactions haven't been healed from any trauma, past results with our family, past results with our ex-wives, ex-girlfriends, and so much more, right? And so what gets in the way, and we get blinded by dopamine, we get blinded by all of this, and we think this is the one, when realistically, she doesn't have the other 5 keys that we're going to talk about here. Okay, guys? Number 2 is self-awareness. Okay. Self-awareness is very important in who you choose within. Remember, these keys are for yourself. You must have chemistry with yourself first. Let me describe. You have to be invested in yourself and find yourself at least interesting yourself first in order for you to date someone else. So find the chemistry within yourself. And then self-awareness. We must have self-awareness within ourselves and our relationships. What is self-awareness? Self-awareness means mutual respect, kindness, and patience that live inside self-awareness, okay? Mutual respect, kindness, and patience, keyword, lives inside self-awareness, first and foremost. Now, when 2 partners find themselves at a level where they can hold themselves accountable to their needs, desires, and feelings, meaning both have needs and they both matter, how you get your needs met is important through self-awareness in relationships, right? So how many of us have had bad days before and took it out maybe on your friend, your partner, your girlfriend, a girl, a parent? Because I know I have, right? I'm guilty of that. So these are just examples. Now, it doesn't mean that we're not going to react sometimes. What it means is that we have enough self-awareness that we can check in and know that this is not okay. Like, I need to manage this and I'm just reacting, and I need to figure out what is bothering me first. So then my partner can help me through this, or I have enough self-awareness to understand that this is okay for me or this is not, right? So let's say you're having a horrible day with your partner, for example, and she or he is working, she's working a lot, and she hasn't made plans with you, and you're noticing that she's not giving you the attention. And instead, what you're doing is you're just like holding it all in, and all of a sudden she's like cancels plans. She's like, babe, I got this thing I got to turn in for work last minute. They just put it on me. And then you've been holding it all back. And then that one moment you're like, what do you mean? You've been canceling and and I'm done here. If you want to be in this relationship, you got to show me, and and we go off, right? How many of us have done that, right? Now, self-awareness means checking in with mutual respect for yourself, right? Patience is inside of self-awareness. All right, maybe this is not the best time. Instead, in those scenarios, maybe this is not the best time. when me and her are face to face, I really have to have a conversation about this. And we have to have a mutual effort to work on this relationship because my needs are not getting met right now. But also, I need to check in to see how I can supply my own needs first before I ask her to do it herself. Right. So am I wanting her attention too much? Why? Or have I not seen her for 2 weeks and I just really want to see my girlfriend? Or is it I'm really just scared I'm going to lose her because she's saying it's work, but does she really love me? Does she really like me? You have to really tune in through self-awareness of your reasons of why, right? So you have to understand your reasons of why. Exactly. Matt says becoming well-centered. I'm going to get to your guys' questions. I love you guys engaging in the comments. Thank you so much. I love the energy we have in today's live. So before we get into the next one and the third one, I want to actually, since we're here talking about it, if you like this, if you like something like this, I want you to be able to sign up because this is actually what me and my coaches do live in our membership. I'm going to post it here in the chat box here. I don't know if I can pin it. But let's see, it's in the chat box now. You can actually just go ahead and become a member. This is exactly what I do. We have 3 calls a week in the membership, a month in our membership. And in our membership, I go beyond just what I'm giving you today. I actually last week coached a guy on the spot and it was phenomenal. Like so many guys just had so many aha moments in our private Facebook community. So many guys were just talking about how amazing that live was because they got to see me coaching them live, a guy live on the spot. And it actually helped them with so much as well in that moment, excuse me for the feedback. And so this is why I do this. And so if you want to become a member, go ahead and click the link as I go on to the next steps. And I want you to become a member because this is something that is literally, this is a secret club and so much more. I'll give you more details soon. And if you want to be a part of this membership, now is your time to join in this live because the pricing for membership is going to go up because it has been a hot community. Me and my coaches are giving it all. I'm going to tell you more about it in just a little bit. All right. So let's go into, let me remove this comment and let's go into the next one. The next one is emotional regulation. Okay. Emotional regulation. We can all be emotional and we all have emotions, right? How many of us have said things that we've wanted to take aback, right? So emotional regulation is the key to finding a successful relationship. All of us communicate differently, okay? But it is very important that we are able to regulate our emotions first within us. Because if we're not able to regulate our emotions, what we're doing is we're holding someone else responsible for our feelings, wants, and needs, guys. Again, for our feelings, wants, and needs, we are holding someone responsible. So this is about regulating your feelings about things that happen in your relationship life and around you as best as possible. You might get into a disagreement with your partner or a woman, but with emotional regulation, you know there is a way to deal with it and you both will figure it out. And if you don't, you move on or you move forward. With emotional regulation, you will know how to not act out on your feelings or be ruled by them, yet instead think through the best scenario or develop habits with your sense of self-awareness to check in and hold yourself accountable. Okay. And this is so, so important because, a lot of times with emotional regulations, you will know how to not act out of your feelings or be ruled by them. Yet instead, you think through the best scenario or develop habits with your sense of self-awareness to check in and hold yourself accountable. Remember, there is a beauty in letting go and there is a beauty of non-attachment. Now, let me explain the difference. A lot of us think non-attachment means I don't care. Absolutely not. I'm not here to say you need to be a robot because you're human. You have emotions. You always have feelings and they are validated and they are true and they are wanted and they are warranted. Okay. Now, the difference of non-attachment is this. Non-attachment means that you trust. You trust in yourself, a higher power, whatever the case may be, but you trust that the best will prevail because you're performing at your best. The reason why a lot of people don't have don't understand, I should say, detachment is because one, they've been taught it wrong, so they have a negative connotation around it. Or number two, um, they don't know, they think that it's um, saying that just feelings or emotions have to be dismissed, is what I'm saying. But it's not this, guys. What it is trusting in you are going to figure things out yourself, and you're going to get the woman you want. You're going to get the relationship you want. You're going to get the love life you want. You're going to overcome your social anxiety. You're going to be able to approach women. You're going to be able to be rejected and be accountable for it and not have attachment to it. All of us get rejected, right? Some of us, I think I look at it like this. When we have fears, think of a tightrope. You're walking on this tightrope and you think that you're going to fall off this tightrope. And if you fall off, you're going to hit your head on concrete, right? This is how I look at fear and hiding behind it and not showing up for ourselves. But really what fear is the tightrope. And underneath, if you fall, it's a oh my gosh, I'm blanking. What's that thing you jump on and it gets back up? Guys, come on, help me out. The thing you jump on and it's like oh my gosh, what is it called? This is so funny. What is it, guys? The thing that you jump on. Oh my gosh. And it comes back up. Trampoline? Yeah, trampoline. Oh my gosh. Okay, so you're on a tightrope and you're walking. And what fear is, if you fall, the trampoline is going to get you and you just jump right back on the tightrope and do it again. I want you to start looking at your fear just like this. Why? Because fear gets you one step closer to the end of that tightrope, to your result. And then a new fear comes in and you got that tightrope and you got that trampoline and you just do it again. Because it's about perfecting your jump and taking a step forward. There is no concrete, there's only a trampoline. Let's get into the next one. Consistency. Okay. Next is consistency. So consistency means looking at what a person repeatedly does, keyword does, says, and acts. How many times have we hung on to somebody's words more than what they have, what they show, right? So many of us. Oh, but she said she wants to get married, Apollonia, but she said she wanted to be in a relationship, but she said she loved me, but yet she does everything opposite to show me. So now we're in self-denial and we are the ones to blame because how did you find this acceptable? It's not her. As horrible as it may sound to a lot of people, that's not her fault. Her issues are not your fault. Her issues are her issues. But what did you let yourself, and why did you let yourself get into this type of relationship and continue to stay there off of words instead of what she does? Then number 5 is compatibility. Oh, how a lot of us get this mixed up. Compatibility is a natural alignment of lifestyle choices, values of two people, fundamental beliefs, preferences, contributions to each other life, and better life priorities. And of course, if you are still having Taco Tuesday night, obviously. Just kidding about tacos. But really, I try to bring some humor because relationships can be a little bit hard and tough to digest, right? So what I want you to understand is compatibility is often overlooked with chemistry, 1000%. This person, I remember I had a guy that was like, Apollonia, I'm ready. He was, he was very wealthy. And I remember he's like, he could text me and he's like, I just got off my jet. I gotta get on the call now. And I'm like, I have 2 calls. I have a 5 o'clock open. He's like, I'll be on it. So he gets on the call with me. And he was and I say he had a private jet because he was literally leaving another meeting and he had stalled his pilot to take this call with me. And I just remember him saying, because he went to visit this woman and that's why he was there. And he's like, I just left. We had an argument. And I was like, what was the argument? And he's like, I love her. I've never felt this way before. And, she's just wants to be single. And I was like, what do you want? He's like, I want to have marriage. I want to have kids. I was like, does she want to get married? He's like, no. Does she want a relationship? No. Does she want kids? No. Then why are you thinking that she is the one? This is what's really happening. is because you're chasing something that is not what you can get. It's not in your control. So it's more desirable because the lifestyle that you live, you're used to getting that control. You're used to getting what you want, right? And so how does this, sometimes when we work so hard at things and we become so successful, it is a positive result in our own lives, but sometimes it comes from wiring of our upbringing that made us so successful in the first place, but it also comes out in our romantic relationships. Trust me, everything comes out in romantic relationships. Everything. And so next is communication. Communication means that, sometimes the both of you will communicate differently, but understanding how that partner communicates. How does my partner communicate? How do I make myself feel safe along with my partner mutual effort? So just because you want your partner to communicate, do you communicate authentically? And also too, do you overly communicate as well, right? So you have to understand in compatibility, in emotional regulation, in connection, and consistency, whatever you want to call it, is the assessment process of dating. And I never say over communicate your feelings, over communicate much with women until you really know who is in front of you. And this is for everybody, because you have to look at it like the famous Brene Brown says, is do they have the right to my story, right? Have they earned the right to my story? Because inside vulnerability, someone is able to connect with you. And so you have to see how the two of you can connect. And I have tons of videos, and this is something actually we do in my membership as well. So one of the best things in commitment is choosing this person every day, right? So when we get in, this is more for like long, sustainable relationships, long-term relationships, working through changes together and understanding new goals and your partner may have, and making sure your foundation is stable and your foundation is your values. Why you choose this partner every day, right, guys? Why did you choose this partner every single day? I'm a professional communicator. So I'm going to take that's funny, Dana. I've got you. So I'm going to take some questions, because if you like today's live series, if you're watching the replay, I don't know where you're tuning in from in regards to this, but I'm so happy that you took some time out of the day. So I want to give it back and answer your guys' questions that you've had about any topics that we talked about today, but also about my membership, because if you liked what you've seen today, this is exactly what I do in my membership. Not only me, but my coaches as well. So let me take some time to explain what is in my membership as well. Because right now you are able to register for a monthly low price, very low price, and have me in the back pocket and me and my coaches. And this is what we do. I'm going to give you a little dose of what we do. Just 2 months ago, we brought girls in that nobody knew and had my guys go on dates with them. If you want to practice your communication styles, we've got you. We have mock dates that happen in our membership. I also have live teaching segments that happen that I go deeper into this. And I do live coaching on the spot so everybody can watch. And it is literally a game changer. I want you to be able to have this in your back pocket, and it's literally at a low price. Every week we have calls 3 times a month, my coaches. Every week is me, Coach Natalie, Coach Cynthia, and then we have guests come in to this live membership. So if you guys seen any of my interview segments on YouTube, you get the full interview as a member where you can join in to a live Q&A with us, guys. And so I have a lot of amazing people that come into this membership, and it's at a very, very, very low price. And it is a true game changer. On top of all these live calls, I've went above and beyond. And I have literally basically told all of my members that they get 5 free products. So at a low cost of only $37 a month, guys, at a low cost of only $37 a month, you get 5 free programs. And this is of a value of $3,000. So 5 free programs is my irresistible flirt method, the talking to women script, she needs space, the magic secrets to pleasing a woman, and dating after divorce. You have all of these free programs. And also you have access to all of our replay coaching calls. And if you ever need private coaching, you have 20% off of private coaching. So make sure you join my secret community, because this is where the bread and butter is of all of my existence, and I give my all to you guys. We have a private Facebook membership that only VIP clients can get into. We have a great community of brotherhoods that really actually bring each other up, and you're getting amazing, amazing results. If I have any members that are watching this live, go ahead and chime in, tell me how it's going for you, and so on. I want you guys to, and here's the thing, is the mock dates, this is by choice. You know, you can watch live mock dates, but some of the men want to get better on first dates and dating women and asking the right questions and doing better jobs at their dates. So this is what I would suggest for you to sign up if, you know, you want to get better with dates. But overall, if you want coaching, if you want an experience with coaching, and just to have that overall a membership environment where you have constant support, this is where it's at, guys. This is where it's at. So I want you, it's pinned in the chat box, and also for those of you that will watch the replay, it's there as well. I'm going to take some Q&A. If anybody has some questions about the membership or anything like that, feel free to chime in, and I will do that. So if you sign up, I want to personally know, tell me in the comments that you signed up for the membership, because I'm writing everybody down on my notes here that is signed up, so I can personally give you a shout out, not only here on the live, but when I see you on the membership calls. These are live Zoom calls too, by the way. So you're going to be able to interact with me. I can see your face. I don't have to see your face. You don't have to interact if you're shy or whatever. It doesn't matter. So sign up for my membership and get a special shout out by me, Apollonia herself, and my team put that in here. They're so cute. So I want to take some questions. That's awesome. Great info. You're welcome, Matt. And Matt, I hope you become a member with us. You've been very active in the chat. I would love to see you in the membership. You have great insight as well. And this is really a tool that for men that can get better, not only with dating, but in life, and have the necessary tools to lead them forward, and so much more. We also talk a lot about, we bring sex therapists in there. I mean, we bring so much. We bring, one of the guys that are coming in is about how to start a business online. So it goes more beyond, it's relationship and life, dating and relationship coaching. And about women, we give so much advice, but also our guests are about every details of life, just in case someone wants to open a business, get better with the financial education, whatever it is, we are doing it. Let's see, Zip says, I'm a member. Hi, Zip. I don't know your name, but Zipper. I hope just tell me when it's you when you're in the membership call, and say Zipper in the comments. Oh, thank you, Zip. It's totally worth it. How can it not be? I mean, guys, we really give our all in this membership, and we're also literally giving so much. I mean, these calls are over an hour, sometimes an hour. Oh, they're an hour. Sometimes we go a little bit over. Last week, we had a live teaching segment that really was a breakthrough in regards to this. So if you really just want to get better with women and have constant coaching with me and my coaches, sign up for this membership. This is the one. Richard, it's Jeffrey E. Young. Ben, thank you so much. So G says, I can't walk away from a narcissist. I know it's not healthy, but how can I make it easier to walk away? Okay, so one, you need to get support. Guys, this is exactly what I mean here. A lot of times it's hard for us to walk away because we might feel alone and we might feel lonely. You need the support. You need the encouragement. It takes time, especially when your heart is in love. I'm not here to say, oh, you need to walk away from it and just da-da-da-da. You need to take your time. There's a reason that is making you stuck here, G, arms B. So click the link in the comment, because you need support from other guys that have actually walked through this and been in relationships with narcissists or a woman that was manipulative or abusive, and listen to them on how they got out of it. Get support from other guys, right? I have guys in the membership community here that have literally been able to change their life. They've been able to go out with guys. I have guys that they go out and meet women together. I have a group of guys that actually booked, I think it was 3 or 4 of them, booked a trip to, I forget where, somewhere in Latin America, to have fun and meet women there. And like, they were just, now they're friends, you know? And so they travel together. I mean, this is why I built this community, because more men need connections with more men, plain and simple, but healthy men. And I know this community has it. It is a safe place. And the moment it doesn't become a safe place for someone, I will help you. So G Armsby, sign up for the membership. It is in the comments. Let me know when you sign up because I want to personally give you a shout out. And I also want to see you in the membership. Matt says, I have trouble with all my focus on building a business. How do you have a well balance with a spouse or should I stay single? Oh, this is such a good Matt. Oh my gosh. I really want to go into business coaching. A part of me does. Actually, a lot of the members have been asking me to do some business coaching segments on the live. So I might actually open it up to do, because I mean, the sky's the limit in the membership. Really, I just give you tailored to what you guys want. So Matt, you've been really interacting in the comments. I really want you to sign up for this membership. I want to get to know you. I want to give you that support as well. I love this question because my husband and I have our own businesses and we devote a lot of time to our business. So here's one of your value system. Never focus on not building a business just because of relationship. Number one. Number two is your value system that you have has to be about mutual time for your business, but mutual time for your woman and partner, right? There are women that are out there that really do need constant attention or anything like that. But there are women too that really are okay with it because you're building an empire for yourself and possibly her, right? So setting the tone in the beginning is really important, but also not negating your relationship's time. You want to schedule time in there. If you can now, great. But if you can't now, that's okay too. You'll be able to do it. So how you find well balance is by planning out your weeks. By planning out your weeks in advance, number one. And just like you were scheduling anything else for your business, schedule that time with your spouse as well. And also, what's really important, Matt, is that you have a conversation with your wife or your girlfriend or your partner about why this is so important to you. Okay. So I want you to think about why building this business is so important to you, because it's important to you because she's also a part of it too, right, Matt? So sign up for the membership because I can go into more detail about this, and I hope that helps for now. Shout out to Anthony for signing up for the membership. Shout out to Anthony for signing up for the membership. If you want a personal shout out, please go ahead and sign up for this membership so you can get coaching like this on the spot. Talk to me live. Have me in your back pocket. I interact with you daily in the Facebook community. My coaches interact with you daily. There's so much secret community stuff that happens in this VIP membership that will never happen on YouTube because I want to build a community here that I can interact with you. I can interact with you guys here, but the beauty about this platform is that you found me and I'm here to talk to you, but I also have a mission to serve you in my membership and talk to you weekly, take live Q&A face-to-face with my coaches, with me, and it goes beyond just the video content that you see here. So I want to see you there. Dawn says, Apollonia and her team are very helpful. I've been a member for a few months and now have enjoyed it. Thank you, Dawn, so much. I appreciate that. And I'm so happy that you are a member. And guys, if you're thinking, Apollonia, where do I, my time zone is different. That's okay because our times are always different. So we adapt to all time zones. So for example, I'll have a 7 p.m. call sometimes for my Eastern Central PST time, but also all my Australia clients and all my clients in Asia. And then we'll have a 12 p.m. EST time. So everybody can join in the US, but also Europe and Europe can join as well. So that's a better time for them most of the time after work and things like that. So trust me when I say there will not be a call that you can miss. You will also have access to our live replays as well, which are gold. Especially last week, guys. Last week, I'm not too sure. Please remember, if anybody was in that live masterclass last week, the live Q&A, the live coaching that I did, the segment when I was standing up teaching behind the whiteboard, please tell me what you thought about it, because I thought it was mind-blowing. I'd love to be in your network. Awesome, Matt. I hope you sign up. Let me see. I'm going to take a look in just a second. I'm obsessed with an emotionally available girl. How do I move on? So like I said, this is why I've done this community. And this is why I've built this community. The reason why I built this community is not only for you to get a support, but to really uncover and know how to move on. You have to move. There is something triggering you to stay with an emotionally unavailable woman because of the self-worth about you. So I ask you, Varin, do you feel enough? Do you feel like you deserve this relationship? Do you feel like you deserve better? And I hope you say yes. So, what is making you stay there? Really think about it. Is she triggering your I'm not enough or I'm scared to be alone? And maybe you're just staying in this relationship because you're scared to be alone, right? So sign up for my membership because I'm going to be able to ask you that question live. And also, like I keep saying, guys, these are the topics we talk about in this membership all the time, all the time. What days are the coaching calls? They vary from Sunday, Thursday, Monday. They're all over. Almost all the time, so you can never miss one because it's so flexible and open to everybody's schedule. Let's see what else. Let's see, Zip Zipper. Oh, there you are again, Zip Zipper. Thank you. I'm definitely grateful for your videos. Thank you for all that. Awesome. Thank you so much. The legendary critique. Let's see, what other questions do we have here? Oh, Joshua, it's because you're in my Facebook page, but it's okay. You're still here. I recognize you. Hold on. Let me just go into our comments here. So guys, if you are interested in signing up for this membership, now is your time because the prices will go up for this membership. It's a low cost of $37 a month. Like, think about it. How many times do you sign up for a gym membership? How many times do you sign up for something on Amazon? How quick are you to purchase something on Amazon, right? But this is why investing in yourself is so important. And this is what is literally so important in everything that you do in life. And so if you want to get better with women, if you want to get results, if you want to attract the woman that you have your eye on, if you want to stop feeling codependency, if you want to stop feeling attachment to women, sign up for this membership because we will help you through that. We will hold you through that. Anthony, I'm so happy that you just signed up. I'm so happy that you just signed up. Oh, hi, Justin. Justin's a member. The last AOA live call was a lifesaver, truly. Oh, thank you, Justin. I'm so happy that you liked it. And I'm also so happy that you are a member as well. I'm a member already. Weston is a member. Shout out to Weston. Hi, Weston. I hope you're doing great. One thing I love about the membership, let's see what Dana says. One thing I love about the membership is a focus on not just dating, but on helping us become better men, which helps us in dating. Facts. Exactly. Thank you so much, Dana. I appreciate that. And I'm so happy that that's recognized. Guys, these are all members speaking up in the comments right now that are part of our membership. Shout out to Clark. Clark just signed up for our membership as well. Guys, the link for the membership is in the chat box right now. The live is not going to be going on for long, so please sign up for this membership because I would love to see you in this secret community, this secret club, and so much more. So I really would love to see you guys in there. Get to know who you are. Get to know you. And so I really want to get to know you guys. And for my members that are in here, I remember a lot. For how many members that we have and how many guys I work with, it shocks me how much I remember. So I personally remember your guys' story. I personally remember where you were from the last membership call, and so do my coaches. Nancy Wilson, I'm about to become a member today. Amazing. I'm doing great. Thanks, Jazz. Yeah, I believe so too. You're just amazing. Thank you for that. Let's see. Can a 2-year, let's say with GA, oh, it's going so fast. We got some comments coming in. Okay. UK, can a 2-year toxic relationship, anxious, preoccupied ex return to dismissive, avoidant, on point man she broke up with for another guy, unfortunately addicted to her, I know, realized, pushed her away. Okay, so maybe you have an anxious attachment style, so that's probably why you pushed her away if she's, oh, hold on, 2-year. So this is why the membership is so important. So I can ask you questions and know, because it's hard for me to answer just off of a text box like this. But here's what I will say. A dismissive avoidant is return to a dismissive avoidant to your toxic relationship, anxiety, anxious, preoccupied ex, return to a dismissive avoidant on point. Man, she broke up with another guy, unfortunately addicted to her, I now realize pushed her away. Yeah. So, what's going to happen typically with an anxious preoccupied when they're with a dismissive avoidant, maybe the dismissive avoidant has some healthiness to him and he's walking through it. If so, maybe they can come together. If not, eventually it'll end up just triggering her to get out of the relationship and maybe hopefully bring her to healing where she can start to have a better relationship with her attachment style. And then for you, JN, what we need to work on is your secure attachment style. Okay. Actually, we're having an attachment style segment next month. In the membership, I have one of my me and a guest that will be in there, and she's very well known for attachment styles, breaking it through and really giving you guys a live Q&As on attachment styles, and each attachment style, how to break through from your attachment style, and how to work through it in a relationship as well to your advantage, so you can maintain and keep the relationship, obviously, which is important when you love someone, and guide them to healing if they're open to it. Okay, so I want to see you sign up, Prasad. Tell me when you sign up if you need the membership. Just signed up. Oh, this is amazing. Just signed up. Clark lost 80 pounds last year, but have so many things going on. Relationships are very complicated. Oh, that's amazing. Hand clap for Clark. I mean, that is amazing. You know, this is what's truly, remember in the beginning of this live when I told you guys to focus on something that you've overcome in life, and remember that if you've overcome this, use this as your worth and confidence, because if you can overcome this, you can overcome so much more. So Clark, remember, I'm so happy that you just signed up for the membership because I'm really excited to get to know you and meet you also as well. But remember, it takes a lot of discipline to do this. So you already have everything it takes in you to get what you want in your relationship life. Now it's about redirecting that discipline and putting in the work within yourself for those relationships. So I can't wait to do that with you, Clark, in our membership. The membership details are in the chat box, guys. If you want to sign up, they're still in the chat box here, and they're in the description below to sign up here. Go ahead and sign up in the description box below, or on the top. You will see it it's pinned in the comment box, guys. For those of you who are asking, you will definitely be able to see that in the comment box. If you have trouble, just let me know, and I'll just continue to put it here in the chat box too. All right, so let me take another question. Sorry, guys. Goodwin Peters, awesome. Let me see you sign up. I'll give you a shout out soon. As soon as I sign up, thank you will look to membership. You're so welcome, JN. Is no contact really powerful? Yes, it is. We actually have a no contact segment coming next month. Actually, we actually had Coach Natalie from Love Advice TV come into our membership, and she's actually an active coach that will probably make another appearance or one of our team in regards to no contact and so much more. So I actually bring these people in live so you can talk with them and communicate with them as well. They're a great team as well. So let's see. Oh, that's awesome, Nancy. Awesome. All right, guys. So I don't see much of any questions. If you have any questions about the membership, I'm about to get off. Now is your time to purchase the membership. For those of you that are still waiting to purchase the membership, now is your time to purchase the membership. All right, guys. Well, thank you all of you for being with me on this live. I hope you walked away with a lot of great details. I'll see you inside my membership. And yeah, thank you again for being here with me. I'm going to sign off. So please go ahead and click the link in your chat box and in the description box below if you're watching the replay. And I'll see you inside my membership. You're welcome so much, Adi. You're welcome so much, Terrell, Matt, Wesson, Kenneth, Addie, Rick, Brandon, Jazz, Nancy, Clark, Dylan, Matt, JN, Dominique, Alexandra, Cody, so many of you, Justin. Thank you so much for being here. And I appreciate you so much. So I will see you in the membership, guys, and best of luck to all of you, and stay blessed. And remember, you're always loved. Bye, guys.